announcement that President Muhammadu Buhari has endorsed Godwin Emefiele for a second 5-year term as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The Nigerian Housing Development Advocacy Network has tasked the governor to prioritize housing development in his second term. Speaking on behalf of the group, Festus Adebayo says as an advocacy group that is devoted to the development of housing in Nigeria and Africa at large, they will want to charge the CBN governor to use his second tenure to do more in the housing sector. One of the ways he says that this can be done is for the governor to act on the Mortgage Interest Drawback Fund for housing development. According to him, this should be one of the key policies that the CBN governor should push his second term, just the way he was able to succeed with agri-sector policies like the Anchors Borrowers Program. The organizers of the 13th Abuja International Housing Show will hold a one-day pre-show training event for managers of exhibitors' stands at the main show, which is billed for 23rd to 26th July 2019. All companies and businesses that have registered for exhibition are to send in their representative or manager of their exhibition stand. As an international show with many exhibitors from all over the world, every exhibitor ought to know beforehand the best strategies for performing very well at the exhibition. The training, which is on the 17th of July, will also provide important instructions on how to set up an appealing stand that will suit the exhibited products in a way that can attract right clients and customers. In another development, Ghana Works and Housing Minister Samuel Atta Akia has hinted of plans by Ghanaian government to introduce a credible mortgage scheme to help reduce the housing deficit in the country. In an interaction with the media, Mr. Atta Akia explained that the Akufo-Addo administration is currently considering an affordable housing system which will allow interested buyers to pay a relatively cheaper interest on mortgage loans. This by far, he explains, will be the lowest interest charged on any mortgage arrangement in the world. Finally, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN) has disbursed a total of 23.3 billion naira under its home renovation loan scheme. Out of this, over 132 million naira has been given to members of Lagos State Public Servants Housing Corporation. FMBN Managing Director Ahmed Dangiwa, who made this known during the presentation of the symbolic check for over 56 million naira to the cooperative through its Ikeja office in Lagos, said the beneficiaries, numbering 68, are the third badge under the window. Dangiwa said the bank remained a leading player in the housing and construction finance sector in Nigeria economy and is determined to provide affordable mortgages to Nigerian workers among its many strive to complement President Muhammadu Buhari's housing sector reform.
Real estate developer Bamicom Nigeria Limited have brought luxury to the doorsteps of home seekers as the development of Charis Estate is on top gear. Conceived to be a luxury apartment, Charis Estate is made up of 23 units of 6-bedroom apartment, 2-room BQ at the ground floor and 4-bedroom apartment on top floor, which will contain 23 families. Speaking with Housing Development, the developer Ayo Bamishile lists unique things in the estate as automated water system, CCTV camera for security, special play area for children, and also plans to enhance the road network to the estate.
There will be 24/7 power in the estate. Also, the water system is going to be automated. Once you open any of your tap, then the automatic system will switch on and you get water from the underground water storage tank. There's going to be a CCTV camera to cover the estate, and each homeowner here will be able to see what is happening to his property anywhere all over the world.
On progress made so far, Ayobamishile says installation of electrical pipe work is ongoing, the borehole has been installed, and plastering will begin soon on the inside and outside of the walls.
At present, we are working on the M&E pipe work. That is, we are doing the electrical pipe work, we are doing the plumbing pipe work, so that soon we will start the plastering of the inside and the outside plastering. And every security personnel that will work here, we have first aid training.
He further advised subscribers to key into this luxury apartment in the heart of FCT, as people have begun to subscribe to the project, of which 3 blocks will be ready for moving in 3 months from now. He explains what is contained in all of the houses.
This is Block A, and this Block A comprises of 6 units. Okay? In between the 6 blocks, we have what we call expansion joint. So what you see standing now is 3 units to the expansion joint point.
Ayobamishile says the price is affordable and subscribers can spread payments between 9 and 12 months, as the whole project will be ready in 18 months.
The entire project is deemed to be completed within 18 months from now. We encourage people to pay maybe once or twice or maximum 3 times, but they have the opportunity to spread their payment plan within a period of 12 months.
By virtue of the location, this estate is a good catch for those coming into Abuja for the first time to live, especially new incoming National Assembly members.
Housing remains a major challenge in Nigeria, yet several buildings are unoccupied. A lot of new and renovated buildings in Abuja and around various cities in Nigeria stand unoccupied, some for more than 2 years. The development is attributed to several reasons. One of such is the high cost of rent placed on the vacant structures. Also, there are many completed but unoccupied houses in virtually all states in Nigeria, because the cost of most of the vacant buildings is far beyond the purchasing power of many Nigerians. For instance, in Abuja, a prospective tenant needs between 2.5 million naira and 3 million naira annually to rent a 2-bed apartment within FCT. In such areas like Lugbe, Karu, Kubwa, and other satellite towns in the FCT, a 2-bedroom apartment attracts a yearly rent of between 400,000 naira and 700,000 naira. What is the solution to this problem? Housing Development spoke to Umar Shuaib, the coordinator, Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, who says if perhaps property owners offer their houses at friendly prices, then they can be occupied. Because if people don't occupy houses, they will depreciate.
For us to say that we fix rent for them, you see, we shall be infringing on their own right. But in a situation whereby we see that it becomes necessary, we sit and consider that. But then, we wouldn't like to infringe on people's right. The properties are theirs, and we want them to, if somebody did not offer his house for rent, he's undoing himself. Because he will not be, a house will be there lying down 1 year, 2 years, when he can be able to earn 5 million, 3 million, 4 million, what have you. Whatever he can get, no matter how small it is, at least he has got something, rather than leaving it waste. And if people are not occupying those houses, the house will depreciate.
However, stakeholders believe that the imposition of taxes on properties that are vacant for years would force their owners to reduce the cost of rent to attract tenants. There is need for a timely intervention to reverse this trend, especially given that vacant buildings constitute public safety hazard. Building experts also agree that buildings that are left unoccupied for several years run the risk of depreciating.
The truth is that we already know that most of these houses are being owned by the rich men in Nigeria, and most of them are lawmakers. But if honestly they can help us pass this bill, it will also help Nigerians as well, because everybody is looking at them to pass the bill. And like they say, charity begins at home. if they can bring down the prices or pass a bill that they should be taxed, and everybody agrees to it, I believe that the house of rent, the price of rent in Abuja, especially in Abuja, will drop.
Those unoccupied buildings in Abuja should be taken over by government, because most of these people that have those houses, they have hundreds of it and they are not using it, and they spend billions to repaint it every year, while most Nigerians are sleeping outside. And it's the same amount of money that they looted from office that they use in building those houses. That is why they don't care. So if government can help us to confiscate those houses and share it to the people that don't even have house, it will solve this hardship of accommodation in FCT.
My opinion concerning them, because we have most of them in Apo, nobody is renting them. Being into construction myself, I feel most of the prices of those buildings are on the high side, and most of us Nigerians, being on the lower class, can't afford to buy or rent them out. I think the government should pass a bill concerning those houses. If you build a house and it exceeds like a year, it has not been sold nor given out, the government should revoke them. It should be revoked and given back to the government. Or the owner should slash the prices, rent them out. Maybe as time goes on, you can start hiking them while people are in them.
The Abubakar Sani Bello Estate, which is an initiative of Suleja Local Government Council, is in its development stage by Happy Homes Builders Nigeria Limited. The project, which is located opposite Community Secondary School by Old Barracks, Suleja, Madala Road, Niger State, is fully supported by Niger State government. It has all the necessary documentation, certificate of occupancy, and approved building plan. Real estate developer Lukman Komolafe, the CEO of Happy Homes Builders, says the estate, which has a design for about 200 units of different categories of housing, has proper documentation, great design function, and is strategically located.
You have three things that make this estate serve very well. Number one is the location. If you are coming, you can see that you will drive in from Abuja to the estate on the third road. So the location is very superb. And the other one that is another key point is the documentation. The estate have a certificate of occupancy. It has approved layout. It has a full building plan, because people are going to estate in Abuja have these issues around documentation. The other one is our design function, which is very perfect, and our pricing is also very good.
He further says the estate has a good road network, light and water supply, school, hospital, and other facilities that make up a standard estate.
All the facilities that make an estate work perfect is on ground. Let me start with light. We are taking upon ourselves to go and draw down for a very far place, the 3 kV, that will guarantee steady supply of light to this estate. The road network, the drainage, and everything will be done. And as I talk to you now, we have connected water to the estate. We have to do more, and we are supposed to borehole, not the water main, because at times we have disappointment from the water main. So we are supposed to borehole, and we are having a service point whereby we have our overhead tanks that can supply the estate. Inside the estate itself, there is a school coming up there, a nursery school, primary school. We have space for hospital and other facilities that make the estate work perfect.
The groundbreaking of the project took place on 11th February 2019, and Happy Homes Builders are making progress on the Abubakar Sani Bello Estate project, which is expected to be completed in a duration of 18 months. The Abubakar Sani Bello housing estate has a unique 3-housing pattern, which includes a 1-bedroom bungalow terrace, a 2-bedroom terrace duplex compact, and a 2-bedroom terrace duplex. For those who want to own a home at an affordable price, Happy Home Builders Nigeria Limited have got great payment plan for this estate. Cash payment, 1-year payment, and mortgage provision, which can cover up to 25 years.
When the flagship Abuja International Housing Show took off over a decade ago, the expectations were high, and so were the standards, prompting both skeptics and interested stakeholders to wonder how such a show, a first of its kind, will be able to achieve its lofty dreams of making drastic impact in the already tough Nigerian housing and construction sectors. So far, so good. The expectations were not only met, but the show has absolutely carved a permanent niche for itself and has established a platform for both public and private sector stakeholders to draw inspiration in addressing sector-related problems in Nigeria and even on the continent. Let's take a look at some of the outstanding achievements of the show over these years. This will enable all stakeholders to measure the show's success and build their confidence. The establishment of land GIS in states. In the course of debates that were initiated by the show, one of the top recommendations for state governments to adopt in addressing the issues relating to land was the establishment of Land Geographical Information System, LGIS. So far, this has been adopted by most states in Nigeria, and it has enabled them to create a comprehensive data on lands and its allocation. Establishment of state ministries of housing. Prior to when the show started, most state governments had not realized the need to establish a designated ministry for housing. Stakeholders on the show were able to convince most states on the need to establish this ministry, given that housing is a very critical sector that cannot be left in the hands of the federal government alone. Housing legislation by state and federal government. The Abuja International Housing Show has and will continue to canvass for the passage of all laws that will benefit the development of the Nigeria housing sector. At its 11th edition of the annual show, the NMRC was spurred to champion the need for federal and state government to adopt foreclosure law. Also, there are already signs of progress on the Land Use Act. Corporate housing and construction partnerships. The show has led to so many corporate breakthroughs and partnership in the areas of housing and construction. A lot of companies and firms have, through the show, signed countless number of MOUs for partnerships. A policy development forum. So many public officials have attested to the fact that the show has offered them the opportunity to identify the loopholes in government policies and how to improve them to meet arising challenges. A marketplace of information. Having access to veritable information has always been one of the important benefits for stakeholders who attend the Abuja International Housing Show. A major highlight of the event is a showcase of innovative developments in the housing industry, paper presentations from experts and leading names in the industry. Job opportunities. Most partners and exhibitors at the show have used the platform to seek out skilled persons that can join their team and improve their capacity. Manufacturing companies and exhibitors have also been able, through the show, to employ the labor of informal laborers like plumbers, welders, carpenters, and a host of other artisans. Local business opportunities. Hospitality businesses like hotels, restaurants, parks, clubs and other social entertainments usually record a lot of patronage from guests and visitors that are brought into the city by the show. It is also the same experience for printing and press companies whose services are in high demand during the show. Introduction of new products and sales market. In past years, the show has enabled the exhibition of contemporary modern roof designs, furniture, and new innovations in building technology. The Abuja International Housing Show helps to stimulate the building and construction industry in terms of design-led housing solutions and high-quality homegrown materials and products which are always in presentation. Creating opportunities for best bargains. The show has helped reduce the cost of home acquisition because it demands the participating mortgage banks and estate developers to sell their products at much discounted event rates, which is usually the case. As a result, a lot of people come to the show without a home but eventually leave with one because the deals are usually too good to be rejected. Recognition of excellence. While there is a lot of focus on inherent problems, the show also recognizes the need to encourage performance in the housing and construction sector by awarding them for their works, which will serve as inspiration and a call to action for others to step up their performances. Affordable housing and housing development advocacy. Beyond the show's ability to ensure advocacy, there is a demand on stakeholders to act on their pledges to provide affordable housing and improve housing development generally. And lastly, expectations for the 13th edition. This year's show, the 13th edition, will hold from 23rd to 26th July with over 40,000 participants expected, 400 exhibitors, 30 international speakers and special guests from over 15 countries. Speakers and debates in this year's edition will focus on its theme, driving sustainable housing finance models in the midst of global uncertainty. The expectations for this year's edition is to not only consolidate on past wins, but to improve on them and adapt newer and improved models of delivering mass and affordable housing for all.
Urban Shelter Limited has been working in the past year to develop a flexible payment plan that would allow its clients to key in easily. We have analyzed and reviewed the tremendous issues and challenges associated with the mortgage in Nigeria, and we thought that defining a flexible way for people to own a house is the way forward. In doing so, Urban Shelter developed the Stay and Pay program that allows you to move into your house and continue paying while you live into the house. So we thought that that could not only allow you to pay your house while living in it, but will also allow you to stay away from paying rent while you're trying to acquire a house. Urban Shelter Limited is located in Wuse Zone 5 at Shippers Plaza. It's very accessible. We are open literally 6 days a week. Our website urbanshelternigeria.com is really good resources to access to Urban Shelter, the different products that Urban Shelter offer, to get more insight. We do have general numbers that will be available for people that would like to reach out to Urban Shelter.
You can get a house at Urban Shelter Limited by calling the numbers displayed on your TV screen.